All right? We need to talk. Because the NFL has officially lost its mind. CeeDee Lamb, one of the best wide receivers in the league, is now being targeted for, wait for it, a first down celebration. Yeah, you heard that right. The league has decided that his signature nose wipe gesture is a violent act. A violent act. Are you kidding me? Now let's put this into perspective. Every time the Philadelphia Eagles take the field, we see the infamous tush push, a play where an entire offensive line shoves their quarterback forward with brute force. That's totally fine. But CeeDee wiping his nose after a big play? Apparently, that's where the NFL draws the line. This is the same league that allows bone-crushing tackles, massive pile-ups, and players getting slammed into the turf every single Sunday. But sure, let's pretend that a nose wipe is some kind of dangerous, unacceptable behavior. This is just another example of the NFL focusing on the wrong things. Instead of improving officiating, fixing the ridiculous inconsistencies in penalty calls, or addressing real safety concerns, they're out here trying to police celebrations. And who gets hit with these rules more than anyone? The Cowboys. It's almost like they have a target on their back. But let me ask you, do you think the NFL is going too far with this? Drop a comment below and let me know. And here's a poll for you. Do you think the NFL unfairly targets the Cowboys with rules like this? Vote yes if you believe they're out, to get us, or no if you think it's just a coincidence. Now, CeeDee isn't just sitting back and accepting this nonsense. He already hinted that he's cooking up something new for next season. But before we get into that, let's break down the rule itself. Because when you see what's actually written, you're going to realize just how ridiculous this whole thing is. All right, let's break this down. The NFL has an official rule book, and under Rule 12, Section 3, Article 1D, it specifically bans violent gestures. That includes things like throat slashes, pretending to fire a gun, or anything that's deemed sexually suggestive. Now, I don't know about you, but when did wiping your nose become as bad as mimicking a weapon? The NFL is out here acting like CeeDee is throwing up gang signs when all he's doing is saying, "I'm sick with it." And if we're being honest, half the league does this exact same move, but somehow it's only a problem when a Cowboys player does it. Let's talk about hypocrisy for a second. Every week, players celebrate with aggressive flexes, helmet smacks, and even full-on choreographed group dances. Nobody says a word. But CeeDee? He gets hit with a rule straight out of nowhere. It's almost like the NFL wants to send a message to the Cowboys. And let's not ignore the fact that while they're cracking down on celebrations, they're perfectly fine letting teams run plays that put players' safety at risk. You've got quarterbacks being shoved headfirst into piles of bodies, offensive linemen diving at defenders' knees, and special teams plays that are borderline dangerous. But a nose wipe? That's where the NFL takes a stand. Now, CeeDee responded to all this by tweeting, "Shaking my head, I have plenty in mind," with a little annoyed face emoji. So, you already know he's coming back next season with something new, and honestly, I can't wait to see what he does. But I want to hear from you. Do you think the NFL is singling out the Cowboys more than other teams? Drop your vote in the comments, yes, if you think the league has it out for us, or no if you think it's just bad luck. And while you're at it, let's get some predictions going. What do you think CeeDee's next celebration is going to be? Keep it clean, but drop your best ideas below. Now, speaking of messages being sent, let's talk about Jerry Jones. Because while the NFL is busy cracking down on CeeDee, Jerry might be cooking up something big for the draft. And if the rumors are true, it could shake things up in a big way. All right, let's get into it. While the NFL is busy policing celebrations, Jerry Jones might have his eyes set on something much bigger, Travis Hunter. Now, if you haven't been keeping up, this rumor started with NFL insider Diana Rini, who reported that Jerry has taken a serious liking to the Colorado Star. And let's be real, when Jerry Jones really likes a player, things tend to get interesting. But before we dive into what this could mean, let's talk about Travis Hunter for a second. This kid is special. He's not just a great cornerback, He's a legit two-way player who can dominate as a wide receiver too. That kind of versatility is rare, and it's exactly the kind of flashy, game-changing talent that Jerry loves. Now, here's the thing. Just because Jerry likes Hunter doesn't mean the Cowboys are actually going to make a move. We've heard this before, right? Big names get linked to Dallas all the time, but more often than not, it's just smoke. But let's entertain the idea for a second. The Cowboys do have needs at both cornerback and wide receiver. Stephon Gilmore isn't getting any younger, and across from Trevon Diggs, Dallas could use another elite playmaker. On the offensive side, CeeDee Lamb is the guy, but the depth behind him has been shaky. If Jerry really wanted to shake things up, Hunter could be an answer to both problems at once. But here's where things get tricky. Moving up in the draft to get Hunter would take some serious firepower. The Cowboys are sitting at pick number 12, and Hunter is expected to go much higher. That means Dallas would have to make some big sacrifices to make this happen. So let's hear it from you. If the Cowboys trade up in the draft, should Travis Hunter be the guy they go after? Drop a comment below with yes if you think he's worth it, or no if you'd rather see the team target someone else. And stick around, because up next, we're breaking down exactly what it would take to pull off a move like this. And trust me, it won't be cheap. All right, let's talk about what it would actually take for the Cowboys to move up and grab Travis Hunter, because let's be honest, this wouldn't be a small move. Right now, Dallas holds the 12th overall pick, but Hunter is projected to go much higher. That means the Cowboys would need to trade up, likely into the top 5, to have a shot at landing him. And to do that, they'd have to give up a lot. At a minimum, we're talking about this year's first-round pick and next year's first-rounder. That's just to start the conversation. Depending on how high they want to go, it could also cost a second or third-round pick, maybe even a key player. And that brings us to the big question. Is it worth it? Historically, when teams have made aggressive moves like this, the results have been a mixed bag. Some teams have struck gold. Think the Chiefs trading up for Patrick Mahomes. Others, like Washington trading a fortune for Robert Griffin III, have lived to regret it. For Dallas, the risk is even bigger. This is a franchise that lives off building through the draft. Giving up multiple high picks means fewer chances to add young talent in the future. And unless this move is part of a bigger all-in strategy, it could leave the team thin in key areas. But on the flip side, Hunter is a special kind of talent. He's a two-way star who could make an immediate impact on both sides of the ball. If the Cowboys truly believe he's a game-changer, maybe the price is worth paying. So, let's hear from you. Would you trade multiple first-round picks to land Travis Hunter? Type yes if you'd go all in, or no if the price is just too steep. And don't go anywhere, because next, we're asking the biggest question of all. Are the Cowboys finally ready to push their chips to the center of the table? So here's the big question. If Jerry Jones and the Cowboys are even considering a move like this, does it mean they're finally ready to go all in? Because for years, this team has stuck to one approach. Build through the draft, develop young talent, and avoid massive trades or splashy free agent signings. But let's be real, that strategy, while solid, hasn't delivered a Super Bowl. And if Dallas is serious about making a deep playoff run, they might have to take a different approach. Trading up for Travis Hunter wouldn't just be about adding an elite player. It would signal a shift in mentality. It would mean the Cowboys are done waiting and ready to win now. But that raises another question. Would they stop there? Because if you're making a move like this, you're not just thinking about one player. You'd expect Dallas to stack the roster in other ways, maybe by adding veteran talent in free agency or making mid-season trades to fill gaps. And here's the thing. If they don't make other aggressive moves, then giving up future draft picks for one player could backfire. That's why this isn't just about Hunter. It's about whether the Cowboys are finally changing their philosophy. So, what do you think? Is Dallas finally ready to take risks and go all in for a Super Bowl? Drop a yes in the comments if you think they're making the push, or no if you believe they'll stick to their usual approach. And if you love talking Cowboys football, don't forget to subscribe. We'll keep breaking down every rumor, every move, and every big moment from America's team, because one thing's for sure, whether you love or hate their decisions, there's never a dull moment with the Dallas Cowboys.